had another one in 2017, and then today we are having another one. Now let me run you through the history of the Fourth Republic. Flight Lieutenant Jerry Rawlings took us Ghanaians as our head of state or president from the 7th January 1993 to 7th January 2001. He was
distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen,
of Ghana.
We also have in our midst head of state of Kenya, His Excellency William Ruto.
Took up the mantle from the 7th of January 2001 to the 7th of January 2009. Then Professor John Atta Mills also took up the mantle from the 7th of January 2009, and he died in office 3 years later. In fact, it was 3 years, 199 days. Then John Mahama took over and was our president for the rest of the term of Professor John Evans Atta Mills. And he was eventually voted into office and inaugurated on the 7th of January 2012. And he was in the seat till the 7th of January 2017, 4 years, 167 days. Then the mantle fell on Nana Addo Akufo-Addo from the 7th of January 2017 till yesterday, in actual fact, when he had to relinquish the seat through the due democratic process which Ghana has now been known for. Now we are awaiting the inauguration of John
please, all persons
Mahama
standing on the driveway from the entrance should kindly move from there.
25.
This is
all
also an
persons
encouragement
standing on
to
the
any young person
driveway
out
from
there.
the entrance should kindly move from there. Thank you.
Never give up. We should always continue to fight and keep trying till we meet our goal. Distinguished viewers, our very special guest of honor is the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Ahmed Bola Tinubu. He is also the chairperson of the Economic Community of West African States, and he is gracing us with his presence today.
On your screens now are the members of the Supreme Court, the judges of the Supreme Court who are here present. Because whatever is being done here today has legal repercussions, their presence here is very, very, very important.
So we are seeing the arrival of more dignitaries.
You can see members of Parliament. You can see the Honorable Sam George, the Honorable Haruna Idrisu, Honorable Muntaka, and a host of their colleagues from the National Democratic
Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, arriving now is the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Babin. Shall we please rise to welcome the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament?
And other security agencies who are also present. All is now set for the arrival of the Speaker of Parliament, the Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Babin. Very soon the entire space
distinguished
of this
guests,
sphere will be converted
very
to
soon
Parliament.
the entire space of this sphere will be converted to Parliament for the swearing in of the President-elect and Vice President-elect.
The arrival of the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Babin. He will very soon call this place to order, and this place will be converted to Parliament for the swearing in of the President and Vice President-elect.
You know, yesterday I learned from the speaker that his name is Sumana. You know, and sometimes we in the media mispronounce the names of people a lot. And I think we must up our game.
Please be seated.
Taking the advice or on how to mention names.
Shortly we will be joined by the President-elect and Vice President-elect of the Republic of Ghana, and they will be received by the Speaker of Parliament.
You've not met before. It's just...
Indeed, we will all try to get the pronunciations of their names right, but we must also acknowledge that we all come from different backgrounds, different religion and ethnic backgrounds, and this can sometimes affect the pronunciation, but as courtesy demands, it is something that we all must learn to pronounce names from the north, from the east, from the west, regardless. So we have a lot of ecstatic people in the crowds and in the stands, party supporters, family and friends in traditional
distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen,
colors.
We also have in our midst the Crown Prince of Bahrain,
the peaceful transition.
Salma bin Hamad Al
The
Khalifa.
atmosphere here is simply electrifying. There's so much noise in the stadium, and it's all in joy and it's all in celebration of this historic moment in the history of Ghana.
In fact, there is no space to spare at all here at the Black Star Square. Yes, I can see Honorable Kofi Totobi Kwachi, Honorable Setekwe. These are all stalwarts of the NDC, and they are here present to witness this historic occasion.
Very shortly, we will be joined by the President-elect and the Vice President-elect, who will be received by the Speaker of Parliament, after which parliamentary proceedings will commence. In our screen, we can see some other arrivals. As mentioned, we have various security agencies supporting the Ghana Police Service to provide security. Some of the duties include crowd and traffic control. There are so many people in attendance this morning, so security personnel are deployed at various locations to ensure the total safety and security of all attendees. This morning, personnel from the Ghana Navy will mount a full guard of honor for the inauguration here at the Independence Square. And in the course of the guard of honor, we shall hear the 21-gun salute. As mentioned earlier, the 21-gun salute is the highest level of honor accorded to any president, head of state, or senior military head. A gesture of respect and recognition for a sovereign nation and its leader, such as the president, king, or queen. It is also performed during funerals for high-ranking officers, presidents, or other notable figures. On our screens now is the outgoing president, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, and his lovely spouse, Madam Rebecca Akufo-Addo, former President John Agyekum Kufuor, the outgoing Vice President, His Excellency Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, and his lovely spouse, Madam Samira Bawumia.
I can also see on the screen the MP for Ada East, Doyo Gansa, and Kofi Adams. Is he the MP for Gwen? I should think so. You don't have. More arrivals on your screens. More arrivals in your screens, and you can see that the Blaster Square here is packed to capacity. Apart from those on the in the stands, there are people.
Dear viewers, we are seeing more arrivals of dignitaries.
I bet a lot of people here are just waiting for the arrival of the president-elect and the vice president-elect.
This seems to be the arrival of the head of state of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio.
We have how many heads of states here? 19, I think.
19 heads of states, 5 former presidents, 3 prime ministers, and 5 ministers, with several delegations from across Africa and the whole world.
I hear there's a U.S. delegation too in town to witness this historic event.
Exactly. The United States President, His Excellency Joe Biden, has sent a high-powered delegation to witness this event as well. We can't count out the party supporters who are also here in
On your screen now is the minority leader, Mr. Afenyo Marking, Honorable Afenyo Marking, and Valerie Sawyer. Dr. Valerie Sawyer is also there, and Dr. Kwabena Dufo I can see in the background behind them.
And we have the Archbishop as well, Archbishop Duncan Williams. He's also present.
Here is Mr. Jacob Zuma, former president of South Africa too.
As mentioned, the audiences are from wide and vast, from Africa, from the world, within Ghana. It's just massive. The attendance is massive, and it's just wonderful to behold this historic moment. So we see an arrival from Equatorial Guinea, and from Equatorial Guinea we have the arrival of the Vice President, His Excellency Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasugu from Equatorial Guinea, leading the delegation. We have just seen the arrival of the Vice President from Equatorial Guinea, His Excellency Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo, is leading a delegation to this August event.
Our President,
you can see a very long queue of the vehicles of dignity. Yes, there is the incoming Chief of Staff, Julius Debra, and Chairman of the National Democratic Congress,
Tsedu
Ketia, affectionately called General Mosquito.
Having previously occupied the high office of President between January 7th, 2013 and January 6th, 2017.
That is the one down.
President
Mahama and Madam
then this is when I say historic, I really mean it, because this is
in the now Savannah region of
number of
Mahama made history as Ghana's first president to serve at all political levels. He was a member of Parliament for Bole Bamboy constituency, Deputy Minister for Communications, Minister for Communications, Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, and President of the Republic of Ghana.
Historic moment we are witnessing 19 heads of state, 3 prime
His Excellency
5 former heads
Mahama considers the combination of history, communication, and social psychology courses he studied for his undergrad and postgraduate degrees.
The arrival of one of
under President Mahama's first administration, Ghana witnessed massive infrastructure development across all sectors of the economy, including education, health, ports and harbors, aviation, rail, oil and gas, ICT, and many more. His vision and strategic investments in these areas position the country as a lower middle income country for its next development phase.
Former Vice President Dr.
Beyond investments in socio-economic infrastructure, President Mahama is passionate about investing in people.
On your screens, you can also see the arrival.
John Mahama further demonstrated his commitment to women's empowerment by appointing several women to prominent roles in his administration. In 2020, he made a groundbreaking decision to nominate Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman as his first presidential candidate, making it a first for a major political party in Ghana. He repeated this bold decision in 2024, and with their victory, Ghana is welcoming his first female vice president. His Excellency John Mahama is an avid reader, author, and historian. Over the course of his career, he has written for several newspapers and authored several publications. He has also published a memoir, his first book titled My First Coup d'Etat, and other true stories from the lost decades of Africa.